Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This video is going to walk you through getting descriptive statistics using Excel, and in particular using the data analysis ToolPack in Excel. We're also going to talk about bar graphs, error bars, and confidence intervals. So let's get into it. I have a data set here that has two collections of data. I have 22 randomly sampled men and the number of caffeinated drinks they consumed per day, and 26 randomly sampled women and the number of caffeinated drinks they consumed per day. We're going to get descriptive statistics based on both of these data sets, and we're going to do this using the data analysis ToolPack. So I've got a Mac up, and I'll show you how to find the data analysis ToolPack on the Mac. You go to Data, and then it's over here on the right, Data Analysis. Now, if you don't see it there, click on Tools, Add-ins, and then turn it on. If you don't have it, you're going to need to go to Google, figure out how to download it to your machine, and then turn it on. If you happen to be on a Windows machine, I have a Windows machine here as well. It's the same place, Data and Data Analysis, but if you don't have it, go to File, Options, Add-ins, and then down here at the bottom it says Manage Excel Add-ins. Press Go and turn it on. Same thing, if you don't have it, you'll need to go to Google and go find it. I'm going to continue this on a Mac because everything else is the same for both. So let's get descriptive statistics of the number of caffeinated drinks for the men. The numbers here are simply just descriptors of which person I was talking to. So these are really the guys that I'm after. So I'm going to click on Data Analysis. It gives you a little drop down or a little box here with all sorts of data analysis tools. We're going to click on Descriptive Statistics and press OK. Clear out everything that was there before because who knows what I was doing before. And now let's go through piece by piece. Input range. I'm going to click into the box. The input range it wants you to highlight the data you're interested in. So I'm going to go highlight the data I'm interested in. There's all the data for the men. The label is on the first row. Oh, label is not on the first row. So oops, I want to cancel. I want to go back. I want to highlight the label as well as the data, and then tell Excel that the label is on the first row. The output range is where it's going to put all of the information it gives you. So I'm going to click in Output Range and highlight, highlight two columns of cells over here. I want summary statistics, and I want a confidence level. So I'm going to highlight both or check both of those radio boxes and press OK. Now what this gives us is a bunch of information about these 22 different numbers. So some really simple ones, some really important ones. Mean, standard error, and median. The mean is the average. The median is the middle number. The standard deviation is a measure of how much spread you have in the number. You may also be familiar with range, minimum, and maximum. Range is just maximum minus minimum. Min is obviously the min. Max is obviously the max. And confidence level we're going to get to here in a second. So those are really the interesting ones, or the really important ones that I've highlighted here. So let's do the exact same thing for the women. I'm going to go to Data, Data Analysis, Descriptive Statistics. And now I'm going to wipe out what was in there. I'm going to do input for the women. Remember to get the label. The output range, I don't want to put this as the same output range as before because it will overwrite all of my information for the men. I don't want to do that. So let's just put it over here next to them. So there's some cells for it to put all of the output for the women. And I want summary statistics and a confidence level. So press OK. And here we are with the same information, but this time for the women. So I'm going to highlight all the same important ones: the mean, the standard error, the median, the range, the minimum, the maximum, and the confidence level. So let's do a little bit of labeling. That's for the males. This is for the females. That way when I come back and look at this Excel document later, I know which one is which. And we can also pull a few things out of here. Like, for example, if I do males and females, and if I just really want to talk about the mean for those, I can pull the mean down, so I can just say equals, there's my mean, press enter, it pulls that number in. Females equals the female mean, press enter. And now I've got this set up that I can make bar charts. So if I highlight the labels and the means, I can do insert. I'm going to do a bar chart. And here we are. Okay, so I have a bar chart on here that just tells me what the average was for males, what the average was for females. And at this point, you can do all sorts of things to this bar chart. So for example, if I double click on the left-hand side, notice it started at 3.1 instead of at 0. So I can, if I double click on the left-hand axis, the vertical axis, I can come over here and change that to 0. I'm just going to press enter and it changes that for me. Notice that changes the visual nature of this plot. It actually looked originally like the females were much bigger, but that was just the scale deceiving you. I can double click into the chart title and change the chart title so that it's nice and descriptive. And I can also, when I'm highlighted on the plot here, come over to add chart elements and put error bars on there. So we're going to put error bars that represent the standard error. So in other words, I know that the height of this bar is not really the true height of an entire population of men, say every single person on campus, every single male on campus, and same for females. So this is basically saying I've got wiggle room. There's something else you can do, which we're not going to put on the chart, is we're going to put some estimates in. This is going to be based on our confidence interval. So notice in here that the confidence level is 95% and the estimate number is 1.1, whatever that means. Well, what that means is if I take equals the mean, the average, and add that much to it, I'm pretty sure nobody's going to be above that. Similarly, if I take my average and subtract this much from it, I'm pretty sure nobody's going to be below that. So let's do the same for the females. I'm going to say it's my average for the females plus my 95% confidence level and equals my average for the females minus my 95% confidence level. So I am 95% sure that if I were to go hunting for the true average of, say, the number of males and the number of caffeinated drinks that they drank per day, it's going to be somewhere between 2.3 and 4.5. It's a wide range, but we have a small sample. For females, it would be between 3.1 and 4.6, rounding a little bit. So I hope this video has helped you to understand how to use the data analysis ToolPack to get descriptive statistics, how to make a bar graph, how to put error bars on your plot, and the basics of what a confidence interval is. Have fun out there.